Ram Ram and welcome back to the channel. In previous lecture, we have seen the piano roll in detail, and in today's lecture, we will see the sampler of FL Studio in detail. There are two ways of making drum patterns in FL Studio. First is using the channel rec, and second is that you can drag and drop the samples in playlist itself. And I can add some samples here, okay, like snare. Okay, let me do it real quick. Like snare, okay. So I can make a simple drum pattern here in the playlist itself by dragging and dropping the samples. So like this, you can make drum patterns in the playlist also. But while we are making trap beats, we usually make drum patterns in the channel rec itself. Okay, and while we are making EDM and dance type of beat, usually people make drum patterns in playlist while they are making dance type of beat. So this is the thing, you can also use it by making drum patterns. And but we are making drum patterns in the channel rec itself. Then we will use the patterns made in channel rec. Okay, Control Z, and thereafter we will. Okay. We have made this pattern. Now today I will show you the sampler in detail. So for the demonstration of sampler, I need a sample of hi-hat or ride something. Crash. Okay. I'll use this crash. Okay. Now I am using this sample of crash. So if I want to edit this sample, then I can double click on it, and thereafter the sampler window will open up, and we have a lot of options in here, so we can use those options. First option here, we have the normalize option. So if the level of audio, that is the volume of audio, is low and you want to increase that volume, then you can click on the normalize option and that volume will get increased. Now you can listen to it. Okay, it's a lot of volume, and if you click again on normalize, then the volume get reduced again. So normalize means that the highest peak of that audio get stretched to 0 dB. Okay, this is the thing. And now you can adjust the volume of the sample from here to, if I'll reduce it from here, then it sound like this, and if I will increase it from here, then it will sound like this. Okay, so I'll keep it somewhere here. And here we also get some options like in, out, crossfade, trim. And if I will use the in and out option, in and out knobs, in knob edits the starting part of the sample and out knob edits the ending part of the sample. If I will increase the in knob, then you will see that the starting part of the sample will get reduced. You are seeing it? Okay. I have to do it like this because we have normalized this thing. Okay, so the starting part will get reduced, and if I will click, I will move the out knob, then the ending part of the sample will get reduced. You are seeing it, the ending part is getting reduced. If I will click on the in knob, then the starting part will get reduced. Okay, so we can use it for adjusting the starting part or ending part of the sample like this. Okay, and we can use the in and out knob for something like if you will compress the audio, then you will see the similar kind of effect, and if you use the in and out knob, then you will see the similar kind of effect. We also get a few other options in the sampler editor. The extremely used option is of panning. Okay, so if I will click on the pan option there, if I will change the pan to the left, then the audio will come from the left ear, and if I'll change it to right, then audio will come from right ear. After panning, we also get the pitch knob, and here is the range of pitch. So here it is by default set to 2 semitones. We can either increase it or decrease it to 1 semitone. Let me increase it to 10 semitones, 8 semitone or 10 semitones, and then I will decrease the pitch. When I will decrease the pitch, the length of the audio will get increased. Why? Because the pitch is getting reduced. And if I will increase the pitch, then the length of the sample will get reduced. So this is the pitch knob. You can use it as per your test. And if you don't want to increase or decrease the length of the sample while you are altering the pitch, then what you can do is that you can come here to the mode, and then you can click on stretch. And if now you will reduce or increase the pitch, then the length of the sample will remain the same. Okay, so these are the very handy options. And this is the time option. If you want to increase or reduce the length of the sample, then you can use the time option, and time option will snap the sample to the grid. Okay, and you also get the pitch option here, but here you get a lot more range. In this pitch option, the range is controlled by changing the number here, but here in this pitch option, the range changes in cents. 100 cents means 1 semitone, and you can change it up to 1200 cents, means 12 semitone means 1 complete octave. Okay, so here these are the things. Now we also get some options below normalize. This is the reverse option. So if you'll click on this, then the sample will get reversed. Listen to it. So you can use it for creative effect, like we want to introduce something to the listener, like we want to introduce the drums to the listener. Then what we can do is that we can put a normal sample here of crash, and then we can put a reverse sample in front of the normal sample. But if I will copy this sample and I will reverse this, then this sample will also get reversed. So to get rid of this problem, what you can do is that you can click here on one of the sample and click on make unique here. Now if you will alter this sample, then that sample will not get altered, because now they became two separate copies. So I will click on reverse, then I will reduce the size of sample from here, and then I will put it in front of this sample. And if you want to put it with precision, like we are seeing the gap here, but if you will move it, then it will move. If it will snap to the grid, you cannot move it freely. If you want to move it freely, then what you need to do is that you can either press option on Mac, and what the option keys is called in Windows, it's called Alt. I think it's called Alt. Okay, so you can call Alt key on Windows or option key on Mac, and then it will move freely. So you can attach it here, and now you will see that the effect will come on. And you can reduce the size, increase or reduce the volume of in and out from here too. Okay, so like this, and you can reduce the volume from here too. So this is the sampler where you can edit the audio a little bit, and if you want to edit the audio further, then you can do it in Edison. You can right click on the audio in the sampler, and you can click in edit in audio editor. Then the Edison will open up. Edison is the inbuilt audio editor in FL Studio. This is the advanced plugin. So we will talk about this in future lecture. We have to make a separate lecture on Edison, because this have a lot of advanced features. But if you want to edit audio simply and quickly, then you can use the sampler, inbuilt sampler of FL Studio. So friends, that's all for today's video, and I will see you in the next lecture. In next lecture, we are going to cover the mixer in detail, the functionality of the mixer, and thereafter we will start making our first beat, which you are waiting from a long time, because I know you, being a beginner, you want to make your first beat as soon as possible and want to show it to your family members and your friends. So we'll start the beat making process soon, but first of all, after this lecture, we will see the mixer in detail. So if you will have the overview of FL Studio in your mind, and if you'll have the details of each and every functionality of FL Studio, then you can make beats easily. So that's all for now. See you in the next lecture. Thank you very much for watching the video. Goodbye.